Yeah, give it a round of applause. Many of you are aware that last May we kicked off what we call a Faith Lift campaign. And the primary goal, the first goal, was to raise $150,000 that we could use to do primarily remodeling in our children's area, as well as roof repair that desperately had to get done, and then some work on the outside. And I want to stop for just a moment. I forgot to do this in the first service. Don't want to forget that. There were several of you who actually put in some hands-on work. There are some of you who actually have skills and have helped make that remodel happen. If you're in this service, would you just stand so we can recognize you? Anybody in this service? Kevin, I see you're here. I don't see David or Jeremy. And give all of these guys a big round of applause. Thank you so much for all you've done. And thank you for the way that you have faithfully given. The remodeling is done in the children's area. If you haven't had a chance to go back in there and walk around a little bit, you want to check that out. The roof has been repaired. We're going to begin work hopefully sometime soon on the outside stuff. When we started this, it's a one-year campaign, and we already hit our first goal of $150,000. We're just shy of that right now. But on behalf of the Board of Elders, I want to encourage you. We want to continue this through May. Many of you are aware. How many of you have had to do house repairs on your home before? Yeah, it's just the nature of life, isn't it? I was thinking when I was driving over this morning, and Wanda and I have lived in our home for 15 years. I think we've had 2 new roofs put on. Welcome to Oklahoma. We've had our fence that we've had to replace, I think, at least twice. We've put in a new shower. We've had to replace all the trim work around the house. We've had to do a new furnace. We've had to do a new air. It's just the way that things wear out. And the same thing when you have a church. We built this. I was actually here as a youth pastor 1983 when we built this half of the building. It's 40 years old. Anybody else in the room here at that time? Yeah, there's just a handful of us that are still alive. We've all died off. But so this part of the building and everything is 40 years old. So obviously there's a lot of stuff that needs renewal, that needs to be replaced, and all of that, which is what we're trying to do during this Faith Lift campaign. Children's area is done. The roof has been repaired. We're going to do some work on the outside. We still have to get a new sound system for the Fellowship Hall. We've got carpeting that needs to be replaced. So I just want to challenge you as a congregation, on behalf of the Board of Elders, that between now and the end of May, that we could try to raise at least another $100,000 to try to make sure that we keep the building up to specs and up to the code, and just keeping our facility looking nice. It's the first thing that people see when they come in, and we just want to make it good for the people that come. So if you could continue to help us with that, thank you so much. Thank you for all you've done, and thank you in advance for your continued generosity in the way that you've given to that. God bless you for that. If you have any questions about that, feel free to talk to me.